Welcome, everyone. Welcome to day 25. And today, the invitation for our 8-minute practice is transports. Either you're driving or you're in public transports. I think it's most of the time, it's a time that we are alone. Most of us are in our cars alone. And of course, if you're in public transports, you're not alone, but you are not interacting with other people. So instead of being on your phone, you can totally bring yourself back into the present moment and use this time for practice and practice this connection with our own existence, practice being fully aware of our embodied self. My favorite, as you know, depending on where I am and how I feel, but most of the time I like to start with my feet and just noticing the pressure of my feet on the floor. If I'm in the car, of course, my feet are on the pedals. So just noticing the pressure, the tension, what part of the heel is touching where, my shoes, the shape of it with the pressure. Just that awareness is enough for me to become much more embodied, as if as soon as I start experiencing my feet from within, I become present. I come back into the body and I leave the mental stories of my thought processes. So having done that, the next part, because I feel like my legs start showing up as I become aware of my feet, I don't need to focus on my legs. I kind of feel them kind of growing. I start feeling the weight of my body on the car seat. So just noticing the format, noticing the space that I occupy, noticing what supports me, where are my points of contact. Noticing that brings me to a wealth of sensations that include temperature, include the texture of my clothes, the points of contact where I feel the connection stronger, or the parts that are not touching anything, how it shifts the way I experience my own skin and my own clothes. Just these little details are enough for me to become much more present. And yes, sometimes I have a thought that I can't be focusing on my body because I'm not paying attention on the road. But it's exactly the opposite. It's when I'm fully embodied that I seem to be able to notice what is around on my senses. It is as if, because I'm fully aware, I can hear better. I notice sounds of things that I'm not seeing, but I'm also able to see multiple things at the same time, not just this crazy vision when I'm in automatic and I'm not even aware of if I've seen something or not. All of a sudden, being in my body gives me much more connection with my five senses that I need to use when I'm driving. And of course, one of the things that I do when I'm driving is my hands on the wheel. Just the pressure of holding and the texture of the wheel, the noticing my fingerprints, as if each little fingerprint is connecting to this wheel, and it's connecting to my hands, and it's part of the pressure of the shape of my fingers, part of the movement as I turn one way or another. And all it takes is one hand to have the signal, or I drive a stick shift, so just change gears. All I need is to have one movement to become fully aware of all the connections within me, right? In my body. My eyes are connected to my ears, listening to the engine, knowing when it's time to accelerate or brake or change gears. All this becomes a unit. It becomes a collaborative work as opposed to this automatic, unaware. Of course, if you're on public transports, it's even easier, as you don't have to do anything and you don't have to pay attention to the road. So you can totally be present, and you can use, again, your senses, the vision, if you keep your eyes open, as most of us do, but also noticing the sensations, not just on the tip of your fingers, but throughout your body. We have skin that senses. So notice how we sense differently on different parts of our bodies. And that is part of what I love focusing on. I love focusing my attention to just one tiny thing, or expand this awareness into all of my senses, or everything that I can notice right now, this expanded awareness in this present moment. I just had some feedback this morning about someone who said that even if the topic doesn't relate, taking this invitation for the day has actually changed the way that this person is interacting with the practice. And I think that is the best feedback I can get. If we are expanding our ability of being here, then we are becoming much more aware of our own human nature. And once we do that, we cannot lose our humanity. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.